All right, let's go. Hello once again, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans. Welcome into the Brunswick Automart Arena's West Rink as we are getting set for the final game of the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Now, Shaker Heights enters into today's game going 0-1-1 so far in this three-game tournament. They lost their first game to Walsh Jesuit in a big dominant win for Walsh Jesuit, 8-3 your final there, and then they tied Rocky River in an unfortunate Rocky River comeback in the final moments in yesterday's affair. Now, Menor, on the other hand, their opponent today, they have tied Rocky River as well in a 4-4 game, and they beat Walsh Jesuit 6-3. A big upset there for Menor. However, today Rocky River beat Walsh Jesuit as well, 7-2. Swiped away all of the points out of that game, out of a big dominant win over Walsh Jesuit. That basically took Walsh Jesuit out of this tournament as well. Shaker Heights out of the tournament now with the full 10 points now going to Rocky River off of the two tied games that brought them 2.5 points each. And then, of course, the dominant 5 points taken fully out of that Walsh Jesuit victory just moments ago. That game concluded. So Menor sits at 7 points, however. Shaker Heights has 3.5. Walsh Jesuit has 4.5. Menor has 7, and then Rocky River is in first place with 10. So Menor needs 3 points out of this game, which means either they win one period and then they win the game, or they win 2 periods and we have a tied result. But regardless, the ideal situation for Menor is to just win this game outright. They win 2 periods, they win the game, that gets them to 4 points, and then no tiebreak will be necessary in this one. But Menor enters into today 11-6-2. They have been having a solid season so far. The public school coming off of the district win and entering into the Final Four in last season. It was a big upset against University School that brought them deep into the playoffs. So Menor is for real, and it's still showing here in this Walsh Jesuit hosted Greg Shupe Memorial. But Shaker, on the other hand, entering 5-9-4. They are through a rough patch right now. They're looking for a statement win themselves over Menor. They were looking for that yesterday, just could not seal the deal. Technically, Shaker Heights is 1 spot above them in the OHSAA state rankings, up at 22 while Menor is 23. Depending on this game, that could very well change if Menor were to swipe away a victory. They should be moving up a solid amount, but we will see. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call. We'll send you down. In today's game, we're going to have 2 absences out of this one for the Shaker Heights side, as Lappin should still be out for Shaker Heights, and Cam Mayhew, who left the game early yesterday, he is out as well with a bit of a shoulder discomfort. We believe it's a sprained. So we're unclear as to how long that could be for him to remain out. So actually, a new face, at least to the broadcast, is Aaron Pierce, number 5 on the JV squad, number 26 out there today. You can tell it's an old revamped JV jersey, considering he's got a Captain C on his chest, which is typically not going to be the case. But Shaker Heights in the white looks today, attacking from right to left. Menor, on the other hand, in their all red look, they're going to be attacking from left to right for this first and third final period. And the puck is dropped. We are underway. This one back to the defenseman wearing number 6, and now moved up into the left wing. Quick shot, blocker save, trying to get a rebound opportunity, but it'll clear out of the zone. Shaker Heights coming into this one, as we mentioned, having a rough go, needing some big-time saves out of Kalergis. And now here we move back over to Andre, the alternate captain. Goes for a little bit of a skate back at his own side. Now, we have been talking for a long, long time about Menor's AJ Trobenner, Dominic Trem as well. But both of those guys were seniors last year, so it's going to be a we thought it could be a tough go for that's going to be a hand pass every day of the week from McGinnis over along the Menor blue line. But we thought it could be a real rough go for Menor to adjust to losing their 2 top guys. But actually, they've been doing just fine. Here's starting goaltender in for Menor, wearing number 55, CJ LeBou. And now this quick rip gets a save for Kalergis once again. Kalergis pulled actually out of that. After the first period of the first game, this pass to Mayhew misses the mark. It goes wide over to the near side boards. It'll clear all the way down the ice for an icing. But yeah, Kalergis pulled after the first period of that first game against Walsh Jesuit. 5 goals came in that period, except all of them were mainly defensive mistakes. So it was a surprising move. Here, quick save from him. But yeah, we'll see if today he can clean things up and deliver a win in net here along the blue line. This shot snuck through the traffic. No save necessary that time around. Handled by Menor back in their own zone. They're just going to dump this one, and it'll hit off of Lincoln Goldstein and back between the blue lines in the neutral zone. Goldstein trying to send it through, and eventually picked up by Isaac Lazar. Lazar sending it through the blue line. He'll dump this one through, and around the boards we go. Connor Mayhew hopping off for a change. Here Goldstein picking it up at the point, looking for a centering feed over to Lazar. It'll miss the mark and fall in the opposite corner, or Sepke up at the point. Lazar back with it. He'll wrap it around. Brokaw going to get there first. Brokaw under pressure from behind here by Will Norris. Now here, Brokaw trying to just send this one on net. Took a lazy glide wide to the right. And now this one goes wide all the way down the length of the ice. That's going to be an icing on Menor. 13 minutes left to go in this first period. Shaker Heights already under fire. 4 shots attempted from Menor, 3 shots on goal, and they're winning the faceoffs already 4-1. So some early signs of struggle. Now this one, it's going to be Littman, James, and Hannah as your third line. On defense right now, it's going to be Borstein and McGinnis. Here behind the net, thrown off the play, is Hannah and James. James trying to get back over to it. Littman as well in the final effort up against Andre, but instead it's sent down the length of the ice. Good work. The icing was waved off. Here's Littman. Littman sends this one through. Not sure why icing was waved off. Andre taking it back. Shaker Heights getting some changes, so now back the other way. Here's Andre trying to skate it through, taken away by the alternate captain, Colin Arth. Arth sends this one down. Should be an icing, even though Schneider wins the race there, as we mentioned a great many times, because we've seen a lot of icings in these games here at the tournament. Doesn't matter whether you're in the race there or not. It's going to be an icing regardless. So while we get a break, we'll mention our puck in the net picks today. We got the cameraman Jeffrey Ullum once again taking Max Brokaw. Eventually he'll get it, we believe. We have Colby Mayhew today taking his brother once again, Connor Mayhew. He was frustrated after his pick got taken by Lappin in the morning game yesterday. Here's Schneider looking for an opportunity to take a shot. Now here's Sepke on a blast from the point. Good strength on the shot, but unfortunately a blocker saved by LeBeau. First shot on goal for Shaker Heights. Juan wraps this one around and into the corner. Here's Arth. Arth goes for a little skate around to the Cardinals set up in front of him. Eventually freeing it up to the near side point. Goldstein was looking to send it right back around where it came from. Referee right in the way of Schneider's stride. Unable to get back to puck possession. Here, a good turnover in the zone created by Colin Arth. Unfortunately misplayed by Juan, and it'll clear right back out. Goldstein giving chase here. Good nifty move around number 29, Joe Mackey, to make sure he's not able to get a good shot away. So here, back with it in the Red Raiders side. Good move by Arth to get it to Sepke. Sepke trips up on Juan, but he's still able to stick with it as Sepke wraps it around, trying to get back to it again. Series up against Norris. Helped out now by Brokaw, and kept in along the blue line here by Mayhew. Mayhew unable to keep it in, however, as this one lifted up, but it's going to be played with a high stick. Oh, by the Red Raiders. Said it got a piece of Mayhew. So out here on defense for Shaker Heights, you're looking at Graham Borstein, Ted McGinnis, and then on offense, you got Brokaw, Lazar, and Mayhew. Bartley switching up the forward lines today, at least for the time being. Behind the net here, it's Stoops. Stoops working with Valance. Valance and Stoops under pressure by Brokaw and McGinnis on the far side, or excuse me, I suppose the near side corner boards. Here Mayhew able to scoop this one and take it away, looking for Lazar down at the red line of center ice. However, once again picked up by Stoops. Stoops wraps this one around, getting there first is going to be McGinnis to poke it away from Valance. Now it's Mayhew's job to try and clear it away, but with the help of McGinnis, it's going to be his job to, oh man, what happened there? His stick broke as he tried to lift the puck up and out of the zone. Man, I haven't seen that. Stick blade absolutely flew almost cross ice all the way to the bench before it landed. Here's Connor Mayhew. McGinnis needs to grab a new stick. Here's a 2-on-2 rush up the left wing. Here's Mayhew trying to beat Will Norris. He'll rip the shot from out wide, and with 10 minutes left to go in the first period, we get a save from C.J. LeBeau. Here's an opportunity. Rebound chance here for Lazar. Save made by LeBeau once again. And here comes the shot from the neutral zone, that time taken by Valance. Getting back over to it was Goldstein. Goldstein playing monkey in the middle out there in the far side corner as it was kept away by the Cardinals set up there in the corner. Here comes the shot. Instead of going for the centering pass, here's the chance out in front, and the centering slot pass will not reach its man. Here's Sam Lippman. Lippman just going to lift this one on net, technically counted as a shot on goal. An easy stick save that time for LeBeau. Back far side corner, taking it near side in the face-off dot. Nifty little move out of the alternate captain wearing number 12. That's Beckett Swinehart. Working it through. Goldstein. Man, Goldstein has grown a lot since last year even. Number 4 has just been so much better at playing the puck the right way. This time, however, he's deked around. The shot comes through, and the save made by Kalergis. Now behind the net. James goes down, wrapped around Hannah. To the far side boards right in front of the Red Raider bench. Dropped off James. James looking for Lippman. It's just out of his reach, and it looks like Lippman doesn't have enough speed behind him here. He's thrown off the play by Slagle. Slagle will be able, oh no, he won't be able to clear it. As here it's kept in by Fitzgordon. Number 28, Reggie Fitzgordon, keeps it in for an extra moment, but now it's tipped up into the netting and out of play. 8:34 left to go here in this first period. 0-0 remains your score. So can't make you out of this one. We're going to be seeing a lot more of Graham Borstein, and he's currently out there as your right defenseman. At left is McGinnis. This face-off one back to McGinnis, and here he's playing keep away currently now with the alternate captains Juan and Arth. Arth picking up a blocked shot from Juan that hit the man right out in front of him. Here's a shot from Borstein trying to tip it through with Schneider, but the save made by 55, the starting goaltender once again for the Cardinals.
Let's go, Shaker!
Good looks early out of the Red Raiders' defensive side. Here McGinnis tries to sneak one through past the skate. Oh, let me get a number on that one. I believe that was number 14, Zach Olshafer. And now as this one's lifted and goes all the way down the ice. Oh, icing was waved off, so Borstein over to Schneider on the far side corner. Schneider in the Red Raiders zone sent it right in front of the net of Kalergis. That one tipped off the skate of McGinnis, who does indeed have a new stick. We saw in the last shift for McGinnis, he had the stick crash. And this time, an opportunity for Juan to get the rebound chance. On the 2-on-1, Schneider ripped the original shot. Juan unable to get any good puck-to-stick contact and pull the trigger. Here, men are the other way. Borstein picks it up in the red line of center ice, dumps this one back through. He'll hop off for a change, and it looks like we're going to get a fresh new set of 5 out for the Red Raiders. Brokaw leaves it. Finds Mayhew. Mayhew taking it up the left wing, tries to deke around one guy that time in the form of Zach Olshafer once again. Brokaw trying to get the neutral zone turnover. No can do. Number 34, then on the near side, Mackey able to get it back up to the blue line. Working around Dylan Orsepke that time was Joe Mackey. And Dylan Orsepke playing the man and with the help of Lazar. Oh, Lazar trying to clear it out, but didn't have enough on it. That's going to be a hand pass if I've ever seen one. Already 2 hand passes on the Red Raiders early in this one, so faceoff will come back into the Red Raiders side once again. Less than 7 minutes to go in this first period. Shaker Heights and the Menor Cardinals tied even at 0-0. Just over halfway through this first frame. Again, Menor needs 3 points to tie Rocky River in this tournament. Shaker Heights trying to play spoiler here today and get a big victory against the public school of the Cardinals. Again, it's Walsh Jesuit and then 3 public schools. Typically not what you see in a tournament. Typically you see a heck of a lot more private schools get the opportunity to play in these tournaments, but in this one, it's actually dominated by public schools, except for the host itself. Here, battle for the puck possession. There were 3 Cardinals up against the 1 lone Raider set up in the near side, and that was Brokaw. Here, Brokaw trying to get the opportunity back, but instead, shot picked up that time by Nathan Andre. Here comes the shot, goes wide off to the left side. The original shot coming from Valens. Once again, back far side, Lazar tries to clear it away, and indeed it'll just skip past number 12, Swinehart. Mayhew might win the race there, and just able to get the puck and snag it up. Slap the leather down to get the whistle. It was CJ LeBeau. Mayhew hopping off for the change, as now we're going to be seeing, once again, that final forward line in the form of Littman, James, and Hannah. 5:50 to go in the first period. The Cardinals taking it near side, up the wing. McGinnis trying to get back over to it, but he's beaten here by Purdue. Purdue now under pressure. Isaac James from behind, back up to the point. Here's a wide open shot. Butterfly save made by Kalergis, who closes up the pads and the 5-hole as a result. Littman and James work to clear it past the point. That shot blocked by Littman. Now just trying to use the stick to force this one out. Here's a chance right out in front, and James going to be the one that get back over to it, sweep it away off the backhand. Here, Hannah taken down, no penalty assessed. Red Raider fans furious. Here comes the shot from along the blue line. Kalergis with the glove save. The shot coming from Bryce Sindrick. 5:15 left to go in the first frame. 0-0 remains your score. Arth to take this face-off for the Red Raiders. Been struggling with the face-off, specifically yesterday in the early stages. He was specifically struggling with the face-off. Goldstein trying to send it near side to Juan, who was between the blue lines here. Nifty little move, and eventually the secondary chance picked up. Another opportunity, but this one snatched away by Schneider. Schneider just trying to clear this one down, but once again it's picked up by a man in the neutral zone. Here's an opportunity for Goldstein to clear it away, and indeed he will. He'll go for a skate through the neutral zone. He'll try to send this one over to Juan. Juan still struggling to pick up the passes through the neutral zone and in transition. Here Juan centering feed over to Arth, trying to get a shot away. Here's Goldstein. Goldstein tries to find Arth once again, but he is smothered up by number 14, Zachel Schaefer. Arth gives it over to Juan. Juan back Arth. Alternate captain. This shot blocked. Juan trying to get back over to it, and he's held up before he's able to get a shot. So we're going to actually get a hooking on that one. So Shaker Heights will go on the man advantage with 4:25 left to go in the first period. The penalty will go on the defenseman, Zachel Schaefer. And as we mentioned a great many times throughout this tournament, as a lot of defensemen have been taking penalties, it's always tough to lose one of your top defensemen in these kinds of positions. So we'll see. Could be a tough guy to lose if you're the Cardinals. Here, Lazar wins this face-off back. Here's an opportunity for Arth to rip a good shot away, but the stick of number 17, Valens, just got in the lane right in time. This one picked back up. Sepke. This time to Mayhew. Mayhew rips the shot. And save made. So I suppose Cole Richard is out of this one, considering he has not been seen. So Sepke getting the call to be defenseman number 1 today. Here, face-off one once more by Arth. Arth gives it over to Sepke. Here's a chance for Arth on the 1-2, right in the slot. Great chance that time for the alternate captain, wearing number 21. Here, Juan back with it, looking for the cross-ice feed over to Lazar, unable to connect. Here's Mayhew. Mayhew trying to center it back over to Lazar. Nothing doing. Pass is just not connecting that time. And as a result, Menor eventually getting back over to it and clearing it away. Mayhew, Arth, Juan, and Lazar, your 4 forwards out on the power play. Here, Mayhew trying to sneak this one past. Making sure it's kept on side that time was Sepke, but he'll actually lose it, and this could be a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Deacon around Arth, and eventually scoring on the shorthand. That time, great moves from number 29, Joe Mackey. And Joe Mackey will give Menor the lead with 3.5 left to go in this first period of play. Man, oh man. Defensive mistakes Once again, if we haven't said it enough through this tournament, that has been the root of the issues. For the Red Raiders. So now McGinnis and Borstein, the two on defense. And the forward's going to be Schneider, Hanna, and Brokaw. Brokaw skating this up through the three forwards, ripping the shot. Stick save that time from LeBeau. Behind the net, and as it's wrapped around, it's going to be Jake Mackey to try and clear it. It just skips past the stick of Borstein. Here's McGinnis up against one guy. He'll just throw the man down. Try to get a spinorama move up against number 29, Joe Mackey. You know, that's a really tough one for any commentator to get. You got Joe Mackey and Jake Mackey right next to each other on the roster sheet. No thanks to the Mackey parents for giving them both J names. Here, Borstein up along the Menor bench, eventually helped out by Hanna. No, it's actually stolen away by the Cardinals defense. And this one cleared down. Here's Goldstein. Goldstein gonna send this one up to the alternate captain, Schneider. Schneider taken down, or excuse me, not the alternate captain. Perhaps next year. This one launched down the length of the ice. No icing, as that will be the last moments of the penalty kill for Menor. Here with the outstretched stick of Max Brokaw. Will be kept in the neutral zone to Shaker's possession. But number 11 up against number 11. Biondolio able to stick this one away. Here, Juan able to work it through the neutral zone all the way forward. Juan trying to center it. Nobody home. Menor. Are they able to clear it away? Yes, indeed. There's Biondolio once again on the chance, but now he's going to need to hop off. Mayhew tries to lift one on net. It will go wide. Arth going to be the guy to pick it up behind the net in the trapezoid. Tries to center it back over to Connor Mayhew. Forced past that time. And now Goldstein able to tie up that one forward in the lone rush. Here, Juan trying to center it back over to Arth. They're forcing these passes that are not the right idea. So here, once again, is that number 11 with the tough name to pronounce. Let's try this out one more time. Biondolilo. Is that our best guess? I don't know. Let's ask the cameraman. How do we believe we pronounce number 11? That's a tough one. Biondolilio. Yeah, well. We'll get it as the game goes on. Biondolilio taken off for this next shift and perhaps not out there for the final moments of this first period. 70 seconds remain in said first period. 1-0, Menor in the lead, trying to double that up before the end of the period. Here's Arth. Arth trying to take it away. Now it goes to Borstein. Borstein on the backhand, but it's picked back up by Andre. Andre wraps this one around. Borstein actually able to win the puck possession. It's pinned up against the boards now. Arth and Borstein working for it, but the Cardinals get it right back in the slot. However, the pass intercepted. Here's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Arth trying to get back over to it. The referee right in the middle of the play. The pass goes to Mayhew eventually, but it'll hit off of a Cardinal and redirect. Unable to get a good shot away here. Arth bumped off the player by Andre. Able to free it up to Mayhew. Mayhew back behind the net to Schneider. Schneider looking for a pass, nothing open. Here's Arth behind the net. Here's Mayhew on the shot. And sprawling out in front is LeBeau. And LeBeau will hold on for the face-off in his own side. So Shaker actually getting a fresh new set of 5. Orsepke and McGinnis out on defense. Orsepke able to take this off the face-off win. That one snuck through the traffic, but the save made. Ooh, Lazar thrown into the near side boards. That's going to be a penalty on the Cardinals. And eventually we'll see who touches up, and it will be Menor. And looks like it'll be ruled as a cross-check with just under 4 seconds left to go. We'll see if they pull the net empty. And indeed, they are going to take off Kalergis, because what are the odds that Menor is able to launch one down with 3.4 to go in the first period? So it's going to be a 6-on-4 for the next 3 second. We'll see. Lazar doing well in the face-off these days. Puck is dropped, however, one to the side. Arth needing to take a shot now. And indeed he will, but it'll hit off the side of the net. Rough positioning for the junior. So Shaker Heights will lose the period. Point taken over by the Cardinals, which is exactly what Menor needed. They just need to win a period and hopefully for them win the game. If they're able to win one more period, that should give them enough to take this tournament. Now, Shaker Heights in this game last year actually did fall to the Cardinals 4-2, but because Shaker Heights, I believe, won a period, the final period, they were able to take away the tournament because that was just all they needed. We'll see how Menor approaches these last two periods. We're only through 15 minutes, still half an hour of game clock left to go, and we will enter into that second period with Shaker Heights on the power play. Thank you very much for tuning in. Men are up 1-0 through that first period. Hello, everybody, and welcome back into the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. Shaker Heights finds themselves at a tough competition against the Menor Cardinals, where Shaker Heights currently actually playing a pretty even contest, where Shaker Heights winning the face-offs 10-6. Other than that, stuff is pretty even. Shots on goal 11-10. Shaker Heights is managing to win that, and shots attempted as well 19-13. Now, Shaker Heights has had one opportunity on the power play, has not been able to capitalize, but they're going to have another opportunity as we enter into this middle frame. 15 minutes obviously up on the clock for this middle frame, but the first 2 minutes, basically a minute 57 left to go in this penalty time, as you got number 12 in the box for 2 for the Cardinals. It's going to be a great opportunity for Shaker Heights to even this thing up early in this second period and take the lead on this second period. Again, Shaker Heights trying to play spoiler to the Menor Cardinals. The Cardinals fighting for the title here in the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Shaker Heights has nothing to lose, but they want to win. They want to win against the big-time public school that, again, last year made a miracle Cinderella run into the Final Four. Menor coming out swinging today. Shaker Heights, as we mentioned, able to even things up as we got deeper into that first period. We'll see if through these first couple of moments they're able to make something happen. We'll send you down to the ice. Vaughn Ullum on the call here in Strongsville, Ohio. Shaker Heights sends out Lazar for the face-off, as usual. Again, you got Mayhew, Juan, and Arth as your other forwards. Or Sepke getting the call to be defenseman number 1, as Richard not with the team today. Lazar to take this face-off, and he'll win this one back to Sepke to the alternate captain, Arth, who skates it up the left wing. He'll toss this one up off the boards, and he's able to beat out Norris, the captain of this Cardinals squad, for puck possession, and Shaker Heights able to set up. Arth, misplayed that one as the puck gets on by him. He'll be able to pick it back up with the help of Juan. Arth going to send this one cross ice, finds Connor Mayhew. Mayhew ripping the shot, and the glove save made that time by number 55, CJ Lemieux. 14 and a half left to go in the second period. A minute and a half exactly left to go in penalty time. Again, it's number 12, Beckett Swinehart, the alternate captain in the box for 2. It was a cross check on Isaac Lazar. Here, a whiffed on from Arth, able to pick this one up. Are the Cardinals. That time it was Mason Poklemba. Or excuse me, no. That was number 29, Joe Mackey, able to pick it up and launch this one down. So Sepke taking it back, gets it over to Arth. Arth unable to pick up the puck cleanly. This time it's Mackey again. Mackey pressuring to perhaps get a shot away. No, Mayhew with an eventual poke check. And now slipping down to the ice is Arth once again. And Mackey with another chance to kill off some more time. Here out in front, Mayhew going to leave this to Arth. Arth with a couple of misplays. Here a poke check back into the Red Raiders side, where Sepke's pass up to Mayhew gets on by him. Man, ugly past couple of moments here for Shaker Heights as now this one launched down to Jake Mackey. Into the corner, Jake Mackey has it back. Bartley yelling at his players. He's frustrated with what he's seeing right now. Here Connor Mayhew skating up the near side wing. He'll center it himself, rip the shot, and it goes wide off to the right side. Here a chance for Lazar, and it'll go up and over the crossbar. Man, hit off of the shoulder. Thought that one could land where they wanted it to. Now here Menor back with it in the neutral zone. Again, last time Shaker Heights had a power play. It was a shorthanded goal here. Grips a shot. It's off to the left side. Scoring the goal was Joe Mackey. And he almost had another chance here. Cross ice feed. Looking for Brokaw. It'll hit him in stride, even though it hit off the stick of Aiden Gibson. And now Menor are able to clear this one down once again. This should be an icing on the Cardinals, and indeed we'll get the hand raise, the whistle, and the call. Today, the Red Raiders, as we mentioned before, entering in 5-9-4, looking to avoid the double-digit mark in losses. Here, Fitzgordon takes it off the draw. Is he able to keep it in the blue line? No, but with the help of McGinnis, the Red Raiders will keep possession here, but it's dumped right back through into the Menor zone. Menor just trying to clear it away, but stick with possession. Isaac James behind the net of Lemieux. And here a block, a block pass from the Cardinals. Fitzgordon fighting for the possession. Now Borstein unable to keep it in at the point. McGinnis will back him up. get it all the way back into the Red Raiders side. Now this one going to be ruled an icing on the Cardinals. 12:22 left to go in the middle frame. 1-0 Menor leads. Shaker looking to even things up, and that one snuck through in the bottom right-hand corner. Sepke's shot had no elevation on it, but enough power behind it to catch Lemieux off guard, and the Red Raiders even this thing up as Dylan Sepke, defenseman number 1 today, as mentioned, with Cole Richard away. And a big-time goal for the Red Raiders, needing that kind of luck. And a big opportunity for the Red Raiders now if they can. They've had some good sustained pressure in these last couple of moments. Maybe you can fight for a lead here. Here, up at the point, it's Goldstein. Goldstein trying to return it off to the alternate captain, Connor Mayhew. Instead, it'll skip on by. Picking it up here is Sepke. Sepke, that's offsides every day of the week. They don't rule it. Man, referees being a frustrating piece for, it seems like, any team here in this tournament. Here, trying to center it through the slot over to Mayhew. He's unable to take it back. Here, Goldstein over to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew off the backhand wraps it around. Lazar getting to it. Lazar in the corner, able to drop it off to Brokaw. Brokaw with a nifty move around Norris. And now this one passed back behind the net. Connor Mayhew under pressure by the man behind him, number 14, Zach Olshafer. Back along the red line of center ice. Goldstein overskates it. Opportunity for number 15 to dump it through. Slagle indeed will dump it through. Picked up by Purdue. And as this one goes right back around the boards where it came from, Brokaw tries to launch this one down to Schneider. It'll hit off of the man in front of him. Goldstein tries to clear. Up at the point, here comes the shot. Rebound is given up, but right in front of it. Great opportunity to bury that one home for Joe Mackey, but Dylan Sepke right on it. And he's the lone goal scorer for the Red Raiders here. A save made by Kaler just once again. This one sent right up and into the netting by Brokaw. It's going to be a face-off in that Red Raiders side. .37 left to go in the second period. Shaker actually up in this period by a score of 1-0, the entire score of the game, currently resting at 1-1. Here, whiffed on McGinnis, so it allows an opportunity right out in front for the Cardinals. Here, another shot goes wide off to the right side. Why not another opportunity? This one, however, gloved down by Kalergis, and it's still a 1-1 tied affair. 10:24 to go in the second. This face-off goes to the Cardinals off the tie-up. Arth will scoop it up and try to take it away. He'll turn this one over to a Cardinals setup along the far side face-off circle. Trying to skate through and deke around McGinnis. McGinnis says no thank you. This one lifts over the head of Juan. Juan trying to get back over to it up along the left wing. Held up along the far side boards. Bumped off the play. Schneider will come in, pick it up. Somehow able to rip a shot. That one ended up on net. Not sure how. Might have tipped off of the Cardinal who was guarding him. But now this one down through the blue line. Trying to take it back here is Borstein, but the shot ripped by number 11, Bjorn DeLilio. And Arth with a offensive zone turnover, but once again, right out in front of him is Nathan Andre. Andre sends this one down, trying to keep it in at the blue line with Schneider, but now it's actually going to be blown dead. I am not entirely sure why. Was that a rule in offsides? It was all men are in control of it. Not their own blue line. Might have been a hand pass or something of that sort. Now here Menor easily able to clear the zone off the draw. So skating it to the near side wing, number 10, Gibson getting back to it first. Gibson trying to get it over to Valens. Both Cardinals now fighting for it in the corner. Isaac James working for the puck control with the help of Goldstein. The Red Raiders will get it. It's wrapped around. Lippman tries to get there first, but he's beaten by Will Norris. Norris now taken down in far side corner boards. And now it's going to go as a power play. They're going to get the extra skater out there, as now taken is Zach Olshafer. Schaefer able to send it to the far side. Putting on the brakes here, Jake Mackey. Mackey pressured in the neutral zone, able to get it up to Valance. Valance steaks around one man, that being Ersepke. Here comes the rebound chance, picked up by Elliot Hanna. Great save by number 1, Marios Kalergis, and as a result now, it'll be a face-off in the Red Raiders side, and the Red Raiders are going to be down a man, and that is not the guy you'll want to lose. That's Dylan Ersepke, who's been having a great game so far, even adding a goal to the score sheet. But now with 8:41 to go in the second period, Shaker Heights going to need to defend. Don't want to give this lead back over to the Cardinals. Now here, Bartley going to talk to the referee as well, wondering what the ruling was, or actually he's showing a cross check. I'm not exactly sure why. Perhaps that was the call assessed, and he's wondering why that's the call assessed. Was that the ruling? Was a cross check? I believe so. And, well, there wasn't exactly any stick moving to the back. Ersepke trying to plead his case from the penalty box as well. The assistant captain's telling him to settle down and don't make things worse for himself. 8:41 to go in the second period. 1-1 even score. Oh, they move it to a 5-minute major. That's the problem here. And now here comes the shot. Rebound is given up, but Jake Mackey handles. Behind the net. Man, oh man. So now 5 minutes to the Cardinals. Not sure why Lazar's penalty, or the one that he drew, wasn't a 5-minute major then. It wasn't exactly a harsh hit. Here faking the shot, Joe Mackey. Back up to the blue line, Andre's shot. Rebound is given up. Good stick work by Kalergis to send it to the side. And the alternate captain, Colin Arth, sends this one down. Juan will be able to get there first. He'll pick up this bad play from CJ LeBeau. And now he's going to look for some time to just kill off some clock. However, in the neutral zone, it'll go to Valance. Here's the 2-on-2 rush the other way. Back up to the blue line. Once again, these referees got to get out the way. The referee almost got in the way of Joe Mackey's opportunity. Here's save made by Kalergis. This one sent up and into the netting. So, Marios Kalergis, once again, with a good outing to start things off. Again, perhaps a little bit of frustration out of the result yesterday. Here, Hanna trying to clear it out of the zone, but along the blue line. Ooh, Hanna will be able to pressure it out. Just past Valance. Valance now with the shot. Stick save made by Kalergis. Some crafty saves out of Kalergis today. Not exactly forcing his body in front of the puck, but instead making the smart save, so he's able to make some rebound saves if necessary as well. Here's Joe Mackey. Mackey's shot blocked by Schneider. Needing to force the pass to the opposite point. Here comes the shot, and it goes wide. I believe Kaler just got a piece of that on the right leg pad. Here Valance back up behind the net. Again, referee just need to get out of the way. Valance now cross-ice feed. Mayhew able to get the stick there to poke this one away, forcing a bad pass. And now Hanna going to try to clear it away. Valance sticking with it for now. Now 3 Raiders in the puck, and now cleared away by a second effort of Axel Schneider. Keep in mind, the Red Raiders on the opposite side of the red line of center ice. So now Schneider will take the long skate to hop off. Now Lazar will come in as the replacement. Mayhew and Lazar work through the neutral zone to try and get it back between the blue lines, but instead it'll be kept with the Cardinals. Here Mackey. Mackey centers it right to the stick of Goldstein. His clearing opportunity not able to be picked up, but here Mayhew sees a bit of open ice in front of him. He's just going to go for a skate. He'll try to take the shot, nothing doing, but now he'll be first on the back check. To the near side, why not back with Joe Mackey? Mackey behind the net, gets it around Elliot Hanna. And tried to center it, but it hit off the side of the net. 2:20 left to go in Ersepke's penalty. Shaker Heights killing it off well so far. The men are taking their time, trying to get everything set, as now we're seeing the second line of power play out for the Cardinals through the neutral zone. Shaker able to take it over. It's Lazar and Brokaw, your two forwards. On defense, you got Borstein and you got Ted McGinnis. Here, Norris taking it through. And, or excuse me, that time number 6, Andre, able to take it through on the near side wing and pop it through the top right corner. Man, oh man, Shaker Heights on a 5-minute major penalty, unable to stop Nathan Andre skating up the near side. And that shot just perfectly placed from the defenseman. And Shaker still with 1:45 to kill off of the 5-minute major. What a tough call on Ersepke, which, again, that's what Bartley was arguing moments ago. Here, referee tosses number 10, Aiden Gibson, out of the face-off dot, and replacement comes Bjorn DeLillo. Men are going to get back to work. Here, this one picked up. Pass intended for Gibson with the help of number 35, Matthew Perdue. That Menor will be able to send it through into the Shaker Heights defensive territory. But now McGinnis with the opportunity to clear it, and he will take it. CJ LeBeau going to leave this one to number 14, Zach Olshafer. Through his own blue line, he's up against Juan. Juan and Arth, the two forwards. Here, the pass up to Juan. Going to miss the mark, and it'll just go on down for the clear. A minute left to go on Ersepke's 5-minute major. Skating it through now up the right side. This one just going to go on net off the backhand of number 11, Nick Bjorn DeLillo. 4.5 remaining in the second period. 51 seconds left on Ersepke's penalty. On what is still a very shocking 5-minute major. On the far side, Hanna tripped up. He'll get back over to it. It's one Raider against 3 Cardinals now. And eventually the Cardinals will get it back up to the point now here to the near side. Joe Mackey. Mackey will set up. He's got some open ice in front of him. Maybe he'll just rip a shot eventually. And here, kick save by the left leg of Kalir. Just will go back up to the far side point here. Whiffing on it is Valance, but Valance will get back over to it. Here comes the shot through the traffic. Looking for another one was number 6, Nathan Andre, the alternate captain. However, unable to get it through that time.
Look at Mario! Students do.
4 minutes left to go in the second period. 2-1, men are in the lead. And here Brokaw right off the rip will send this one down. 22, Dylan Ersepke standing in the box now as he is ready to rejoin the play. Joe Mackey under pressure from behind. Max Brokaw unable to actually clear it through the neutral zone. Eventually, with an extra effort, it will go back to the Menor blue line, and Joe Mackey will be able to dump this one down off the near side glass. Ersepke joins the play immediately as he's been in the box for 5 minutes. He's had enough rest behind him. Here, Lazar with the pass down. It'll hit off of the stick of Beckett Swinehart. 3:20 to go in the second period. This will clear through the neutral zone. Oh, it'll go off the skate of Goldstein. Right now, the forward 3, Brokaw, Lazar, and Connor Mayhew once again. Here, Connor Mayhew able to pick this up along the Menor blue line, trying to center it himself. A good stick lift out of Menor, but he'll rip the shot anyway, and it'll go wide off to the right side. Here, Goldstein and Brokaw fighting for the puck possession right back, but Menor with the opportunity to clear. No, McGinnis slaps it on down. He'll take the shot and hits off of a Cardinal in front. Centering feed. Not sure why that was the decision, but Brokaw able to get it back. Brokaw through the slot. The Cardinals able to get here. Bank it off the glass, and this can be a 2-on-1, and indeed it will be. Goldstein all by his lonesome centering feed here, but the 1-tee shot goes wide off to the right side. able to get this one back now, banked off the far side boards here, back at the point. Khalil just makes the save. Rebound was given up, trying to clear it out as Orsepke here. Blocking the shot is Connor Mayu, and if he's able to win this race, it can be a breakaway. Oh, he's taken down with the form of Brokaw backing him up. He's thrown into the far side corner boards. 2 minutes left to go in the second period. Shaker down by a goal. And now Graham Borstein leaving it to Schneider. Schneider going for a skate past his own blue line. Backing him up as Juan to stick with puck possession. Schneider back to it as well here as he's up against Swinehart. Here Juan to the point. Borstein looking for a shot and didn't exactly hit on the mark. Menor takes the opportunity and dumps it on down.
Let's see if it holds. It's close.
A minute 41 left to go in the second. 2-1 your score. Menor in the lead.
Was he touched? Is the question.
And now here up to the point. McGinnis will rip one wide. Juan back to it in the trapezoid. That means nothing here at the high school level. And ooh, that pass from McGinnis will clear it out.
That's right. You got your money.
Arth able to kick this one in. It's kept at the blue line, but the Cardinals going to be able to take this one away. And the neutral zone, Schneider almost got it back, but the Cardinals able to dump this one down into the Red Raiders side. No icing as this one didn't reach the goal line, didn't have enough on it to reach the goal line. McGinnis to Schneider, picked up, however, by Gibson. Gibson tried to rip this one on net, went very much wide off to the left side. McGinnis loses this one. Ooh, man, oh man. The Cardinals do have it back in their own side. Here's Olshafer. Olshafer will bank this off the near side boards. We'll get it back over to Gibson now behind the net. The Cardinals still have control of it. Olshafer back at the near side point. Here's the shot. And dropping down onto the ice to make the blocked shot happen is Schneider. And now Arth takes it to the near side. Arth looking for a center. Nobody home. Now 30 seconds remain in the second period. Here, thrown off the play. Goldstein takes down the winger. Now this one going to be sent all the way down. Brokaw might get there first as icing is waved off. He's up against number 5, Will Norris, the captain going down. And here the centering feed, not the move, as it was Elliott Hanna trying to get his way through the slot. Didn't connect. Here on the back check, Dylan Orsepke, and eventually Lazar going to be able to connect, but he collides with his man. Man, oh man, an ugly little finish to the second period as Shaker Heights is down by 1 still. They entered into the period down 1-0. They'll leave the period down 2-1. We'll see what the Red Raiders are able to do there in the final period. Menor also, as mentioned before, needing 3 points to even things up against Rocky River. I'm not sure how the tie break works. They might need 3.5, but we'll see. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call. We will be back with you for the third and final period here in the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Menor leads 2-1 over the Shaker Heights Red Raiders. Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans. Welcome back into the Brunswick Automart Arena as we are getting set for the third and final period of Shaker Heights' time in the 2025 Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Now, Shaker Heights entering into this third and final frame. You got them in actually now a losing position in most of these categories. Menor had a good second period, even though it was actually more even on the scoreboard. Shaker Heights had a 5-minute major penalty from Dylan Orsepke, which again could be argued as, I don't know, perhaps controversial, but regardless, Shaker Heights was on the penalty kill for 5 minutes straight without their number one defenseman here today. As we mentioned, Cole Richard is away. So as a result, a lot of opportunities for Menor to pop something through. And eventually, well, they actually did with about 1:45 left to go in said penalty. But now they lead in shots attempted 29-28. Shots on goal 22-17 because they won that last period. They doubled them up 12-6 in the shots on goal stat. In faceoffs, however, Shaker Heights is doubling them up in total across the two periods. 20-10. Shaker Heights has done very well at winning these draws. Menor 1 for 1 on the power play. Shaker's 0 for 2. We'll see if either team gets another opportunity to try and make something happen. We'll send you down as we're getting set for the third period. Shaker Heights, as we mentioned, not able to win this tournament any longer. Menor, on the other hand, let's say they win this period, it will be theirs. Actually, if Menor were to also, say, tie this period, it would give Menor 4 points, and they would beat Rocky River out as well. However, if Shaker is actually able to win this game, somehow make a comeback. Ooh, Mayhew with a good shot. Last second kick save out of CJ LeBeau. Shaker is somehow able to win this game. The title should belong to the Pirates here. Mayhew trips up a man, no penalty assessed. Juan getting this one up, trying to find McGinnis. It went right through him. And here the shot laid all the way from the red line of center ice. The shot coming from Nathan Andre. Isaac Lazar trying to send it through, and eventually he will. He'll hit Connor Mayhew at the near side. Good cross-ice feed. Mayhew tries to deke around one man, rip the shot, and it'll end up going up and over the glass out of play. So Shaker Heights, with 14 minutes left to go, they're looking to avoid loss number 10 on the season, hit that double-digit mark. We will see, however. And face-off handled here by the Cardinals. Behind the net of LeBeau and up at the near side. Here's number 46, Stoops, taking it through. He'll lay this one on net. Easy save for Kalergis, but Shaker Heights will get it back as this one's wrapped around. It's going to be Schneider up against Old Schaefer. And now here it's moved up to Brokaw. Brokaw off the backhand was looking cross-ice to try and deliver it back over to Lazar. Can't connect here. Behind the net and eventually to the near side corner, Goldstein, Schneider, Brokaw, Lazar, everyone getting a touch on this one. Dylan Orsepke is out there as well on defense. Here's Schneider. Schneider sending this back to Brokaw on the shot. And a good save made by LeBeau. Great opportunity here for Shaker Heights. Goldstein able to keep this one in for an extra moment. Now sent out to Valance. Menor intercepted immediately by Orsepke, and Orsepke with a nifty little move, able to get it cross-ice to Brokaw. Brokaw sends us right back to the Cardinals' captain, number 5, Will Norris. 2-1, your score. Fitzgordon out with Hannah and James. Lippman and Fitzgordon have been switching off as the third guy on this forward line. Here Fitzgordon, the senior, able to poke it out from his own blue line. Now up Elliot Hannah. Hannah taking it at the far side, skating it up. It'll bank off the glass of the scorer's table. Now Orsepke sends this one down. He'll hop off for the change. Now coming out is Borstein. Fitzgordon, almost intercepted by Valance. And cleared away. Eventually, as one of his teammates was able to join the scrum and cleared through the neutral zone. McGinnis sends it right back in. Here's Hannah. Elliot Hannah under pressure by 2 Cardinals from behind. Eventually, Slagle able to get back to it. It looks like Menor has a great opportunity to clear. Connor Mayhew sends it right back around. Hannah going to get there first. Hannah now tied up along the far side boards. Arth will be there trying to pick it back up. Didn't know where the puck was. It was between his skates. And as a result, on the misplay, Will Norris will be able to take it to the near side. The captain gets it around McGinnis. He's sticking with it and around the boards. It'll hit his man, number 43, Cindric. Cindric banks it off the boards, trying to get it back to himself. There's 4 Raiders back there, or excuse me. Yeah, 4 Raiders were back there. None of them could get it. Now here, a pass up to Arth, and Arth misplays this one. It'll go right off of his stick. Swinehart able to dump it back through into that Red Raider side. Connor Mayhew now has it in his own corner. Up to Borstein. Borstein able to skate this one out, but immediately turned over once again as they exit out of the zone. Here, Borstein going to need to get there first. He's up against Purdue for puck possession in the near side corner. Now Borstein goes down. Mayhew joins the play, and it'll be freed out to the alternate captain. Here's Arth. Arth skating it through up the near side, looking for a shot, and it's offsides just barely. Juan a bit too antsy to get into the offensive zone, and as a result, puck possession will be a 50-50 right outside of said blue line. Lazar to the right, Schneider to the left of your center. Max Brokaw taking this face-off up against Joe Mackey, and it's won back by Mackey to the defenseman, Andre. Now Menor through the neutral zone. Oh, that one's just going to glide right on through. It'll hit off of a stick of Shaker Heights, so no icing whistled here. Shaker down by 1. It's 2-1 to the advantage of the Cardinals. This pass all the way up was looking for Schneider, and had they hit it, would have been a great breakaway chance, but as it goes down, it'll go as an icing, so face off all the way back into the Red Raiders side. 10:37 to go in the third. Brokaw against Mackey for the face-off once again, this time to the right side of Kalergis. Right off the draw, Orsepke takes it. Tries to send it up to Lazar. Lazar unable to connect with it. Brokaw assisting him to try and get puck possession back for Shaker. Here's Orsepke taking it, taking the shot, and it'll almost sneak past LeBeau as he gave up the rebound chance. Here Brokaw trying to take it behind the net, and with the help of Schneider, it'll stick with Shaker for an extra moment. Schneider bumped off the play. And now here Brokaw trying to take it back, nothing doing. Goldstein trying to keep it in at the point, but instead, as he misplays it, it'll become a 2-on-1, and this one, Dylan Orsepke sprawls out and blocks the cross slot pass. So now back to the near side boards. It'll go to the point. Will Norris goes down. Brokaw takes it away. Sends it Lazar. Lazar up the right wing. He'll just send this one wide to the right post. Lazar will get it back, however, and tries to free it up as he knew he was going to take a hit. And now Menor sends this one down. It'll go as an icing off the stick of Valens. He's just shrugging his shoulders, frustrated with that one as the faceoff goes back over to his defensive side. 9.5 to go in the third period. Forwards back out.
Let's go, Shaker!
As we get our old forward line in Arth, Mayhew, and Juan on defense. Borstein, McGinnis. Arth tied up off the draw, taking it away. Here's Juan. Now McGinnis to pick it up at the point, and that shot will end up as a stick save for LeBeau. Here Valens up against McGinnis. He's thrown off the play, and McGinnis going to try to get it back with the help of Mayhew, however, unable to get it here. McGinnis thrown along the boards, and now trying to hold him here. McGinnis throwing him off the play, but on the physical battle, we go back to the neutral zone. Here, Shaker Heights is Connor Mayhew trying to get it back now. Arth right in the slot trying to get a shot away, but he's sandwiched between 2 Cardinals. Here's a chance for Valens. Once again, he's just going to rip this shot way wide and off the glass behind the net of Kalergis. .8:40 to go in the third period. McGinnis sends this one down off the stick of Juan. He's going to hop off for the change. Mayhew remains out, trying to get the neutral zone turnover with the outstretched stick. It'll go right past him, though. Here's the centering feed. Hits no one except for Connor Mayhew with a burst of speed. He's got Lazar over to his left. Mayhew going to try to center it himself. Here's a good chance, and he's able to take it past his right pad and score it home. Beautiful move out of Connor Mayhew. Our cameraman says he might have missed it. Our apologies. It's an off day maybe for him, but regardless, it's not an off day for Connor Mayhew. Once again, burying another goal home. So that's Colby Mayhew's puck in the net pick. Again, mine was Isaac Lazar and Max Brokaw, who are now out there with Axel Schneider. So there you go. We're back to an even score at 2-2. Shaker, as we mentioned, trying to play spoiler and at least take a tie out of this game. But now Menor with a burst of speed to the near side wing. It was Purdue. This pass intercepted and taken into the slot by Schneider, now to the far side boards. This pass trying to get it cross ice to Goldstein. Goldstein with a good poke check and a nifty move. Able to force a bad pass to Dylan Orsepke. This pass goes past Isaac Lazar. He's going to get there first in Shaker Heights' attacking area, and this shot will make an easy save for Lemieux. Back near side, it's number 15. Slagle will take the shot, blocker save, and eventually a slap of the leather down onto the ice will create a face-off in that Shaker Heights side. Here's Hannah, set to take this with Littman, and we'll see. Only got 4 guys out for Shaker. It's going to be Juan to be the 3rd guy. So an interesting line combination here for the forwards. Now reaching the halfway point of the 3rd and final period. Now we're going to get a penalty assessed on Shaker there. Man, that is a tough call. I'm not sure what exactly they're going to call it. McGinnis didn't even touch up on the puck that time, and the referee rules it dead regardless. That is a rough call. And it's going to be, I believe, McGinnis, or no, Borstein in the box for 2. Man, penalties not going the way Shaker Heights wants them. That's another defenseman heading out for the man advantage of the opponent. The men are Cardinals here. The pass goes up to Juan, referee in the way. Juan trying to get back over to it. This one goes just wide of the net. Juan can try to get back over to it as he skates backwards, but Menor will handle it back in their own side. Already 20 seconds off the penalty. Here comes near side, Joe Mackey. Mackey, played by both Arth and McGinnis. Number 12 and 21 of the Shaker Heights Red Raiders. Here, getting right back into it was Arth, but this one cleared down by Juan. He was trying to hit Arth in stride past his own blue line. And here, Arth able to take this one back, looking for a wraparound chance. Nothing doing, and now a stick bro. So now he's got to rush back over to his own bench. So it could be a 4-on-3 for a moment, as they also have a Red Raider set up along the Red Raider bench. Waiting there for a long while. Here's Connor Mayhew right off the bench. He's skating through. Passes through 2 Cardinals, and now here he's just going to let this one go to kill off some clock. A minute left to go in Borstein's penalty. At least it isn't a 5-minute major this time. That Shaker Heights can be somewhat satisfied with. And that's going to go as a trip along the Menor blue line. And then Shaker Heights' guy got tripped up as well, so they don't roll that one. And it's going to go as a 5-on-3 for 46 seconds. And Bartley is frustrated as all heck that they didn't get their penalty. And so they got 46 seconds of 5-on-3. Bartley is letting the referees hear it. 6:10 left to go in the 3rd period. So now is it Menor taking a timeout here, I guess, as they have a great opportunity to take the lead back with Borstein in the box for the next 46. Mayhew in the box for the next 2 minutes. And a very tough no call on Menor's trip. We'll see what Shaker Heights can do here on the 5-on-3. You got McGinnis, you got Ersepke on defense. Arth to take this face-off. 5-on-3 time coming for the Cardinals. Joe Mackey to take the face-off up against Arth. And tied up is Arth off the draw. Menor will handle here. And here, cross-ice feed looking for Valance on a 1T chance. McGinnis pressuring for the puck possession back. Now he's got to skate back into the slot to try and disrupt anything coming right out in front of Kalergis. They're looking for a shot. It's going to be number 6. Andre, however, not able to get through the traffic. Hit off of a stick of a man in front. Andre back with it to the near side point. 20 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. This one sticked away by Kalergis. On the far side we go. Jake Mackey will rip the shot blocker. Save. You can hear the thud right off the pad, and now here the pass up to the slot. This one poked away by Arth. This can create a breakaway, and indeed it will. Here comes Arth into the slot. Takes it to the backhand. Not unable to get anything going. Arth takes it now into the near side corner. That'll kill off the remainder of the 5-on-3. Still a minute left to go in Connor Mayhew's penalty. Here's Jake Mackey. Skates around McGinnis. Here's a great opportunity. Kalergis able to close that lane up, and here comes Arth once again, trying to take a second breakaway, and indeed he will. Here, going for the second chance, and he's 0 for 2 on the breakaways. Man, oh man, Arth trying 2 different opportunities. You can hear him yell a profanity as he yells back to the bench. Frustrated with himself as he slams his stick down on the bench. 30 seconds left to go in Mayhew's penalty. Shaker Heights creating more offense than perhaps the Cardinals have here in this last couple of moments. Here, taking this one through his Valance. He'll rip the shot, and oh man, that one hit off of the shaft of the stick. And can we get another breakaway as Juan tries to take it that time past Olshafer. 10 seconds left to go on Mayhew's penalty. And here, this one's centered right out in front. And a great save over to the far side. Kalergis able to keep that one out. Not sure how, but phenomenal saves today out of Kalergis. And now we're back to even strength. 4 minutes left to go in the third period. Here's Connor Mayhew taking up the right wing with a burst of speed. Here he comes, looking for another opportunity. This one left to Brokaw. And Mayhew misplays it. Man, Shaker Heights with some great chances these last couple of moments, just unable to get it through. Past the crease of number 55, CJ LeBeau. Here, Schneider holds it up along the red line of center ice. This one banked off the boards. Getting back to it is Schneider, but taken away by a defenseman in front. Here the forward, Schneider, Lazar, Brokaw. Lazar handles it along the Red Raider blue line, sent up, handled by a Cardinal defenseman, and sent through. Delayed offsides, and eventually touching up here is going to be Cindric, and we will get the play whistle dead. 3:24 left to go in this third period. Man, oh man, has this been an exciting past couple of moments. Shaker Heights gaining momentum more and more by the second.
Let's go, Shaker!
On the face-off, Schneider tied up. Getting over to it is Brokaw. Brokaw sends it to the slot. Here's Lazar. Lazar trying to send it over to Schneider once again. Brokaw tries to get the shot away, but the pass, he's unable to receive it cleanly. So back at the far side, Schneider throws a man off the play. He'll keep it in at the blue line. And great effort by Brokaw to keep it in for an extra moment. Now Borstein will send it right back in. Delayed offsides. They touch up along the blue line. Here's Andre. Andre setting it up, defenseman to defenseman, but it's not of his own team. So McGinnis behind the net of Kalergis. He's struggling to keep with it. It's kicked away here. Opportunity to center it over, but he won't take it. Here's an opportunity on the shot. Here comes. Blocker save made. Hit off of a defenseman in front, but now stolen away by Arth. Arth moves it up to Lazar. Lazar thrown off the play. Arth will take it back. Another opportunity for him. He'll rip the shot, and again the save is made. Colin Arth with some great plays to get it into the attacking zone himself. Just has not been able to bury one through. Shaker Heights looking for what almost at this point feels like an upset against the Cardinals, especially with the way they've been playing these last couple of days. Arth going for an extra skate. Now we get the whistle blown as he heads into the face-off circle. Mayhew to his left, Juan right behind him. However, Arth will lose this one cleanly back to the defense of the Cardinals. And through the neutral zone, Mayhew tries to keep it in, actually, but will just skate on by him, or I suppose glide on past him. And here, Juan able to split two forwards and create another rush. Here's Arth up the right wing. He's under pressure by two Cardinals. Can he get back over to it? Yes, indeed he can. Arth with some great plays. He's just unfortunately not been able to bury anything past. Here, Juan skating it behind the net. Here, Goldstein will rip the shot. Pad save. Mayhew unable to pick it up, but instead it goes to the alternate captain, and Arth scores. There we go. Arth just hasn't got one yet, but eventually, on another opportunity, he's able to get a rebound and pop one through for the lead. Man, oh man, Shaker Heights has not been able to catch a break, but there Arth is able to get one pass. So Shaker Heights, excuse me, Shaker Heights with under 2 minutes left to go might be able to play spoiler now. Schneider behind the net. Tries to send this one on net, but an easy save made by Lemieux. Here, Brokaw with a neutral zone turnover. He'll send this one through. They touch up back onside as it's sent through. Schneider behind the net, under pressure that time by Andre. And again, Andre will take this one out to the near side. We'll see if we get the net empty eventually. But now, ooh, that one almost snuck through the 5-hole. Kalergis with another good save. 70 seconds left to go in the third period. To the point, here's Andre. Shocked they are not putting their man on the bench for the empty net extra attacker. And now here a misplay by Andre. He's just going to dump this one back in where it came from. Getting back to it, here's Orsepke. Orsepke with 50 seconds left to go. Sends this, tries to send this through his own zone and to the neutral zone. 45 seconds left to go. Lazar banks it off the boards. It'll clear just barely off the blue line. I'm shocked Menor has not pulled the goalie yet. That is really their only opportunity to take it over Rocky River, unless maybe I did the math incorrectly. But I'm pretty darn certain, especially if Shaker Heights wins this one, that it will go to Rocky River. This tournament will go to the Pirates. Here, Orsepke along the blue line, working with Mayhew to get it back, and it'll go to the far corner. Here, Menor pulls Lemieux to the bench. The extra attacker is out for the Cardinals. Here, kept at the point. Here comes the shot through the traffic, and it'll clear to an open part of the crease, but now sent down, and will it clear out of the zone? Yes, indeed it will, but now Menor needs to touch up onside. This one lifted up through the trapezoid. Behind the net of Kalergis, Orsepke sends this one down the length of the ice. It's just wide left. 13 and a half seconds left to go in this third period. Man, oh man, everyone leaned forward looking to see if that would bury itself through. Orsepke was looking for a second. Man, oh man, Shaker Heights looking for a big statement win against a big-time opponent and almost a rival at this point in the Menor Cardinals. This one ends up at the point. Now to the far side boards. Unable to get a shot away. It's wrapped around. Here's a great chance for Mayhew to clear it, and indeed he will. We'll see. Do they whistle this one dead? Indeed. A late whistle with a second left. So they need to rip a shot as quick as possible. But you never know what may happen. 6 attackers out. Not a whole lot of open ice out there in Shaker Heights' side. Kalergis to his left side, face-off circle on the near side of the Shaker Heights area. Opportunity. Here, it's going to need to be a quick shot away from Menor. And shot taken right off the draw, but unable to sneak anything through Kalergis. A bunch of gratitude given over to the goaltender who's kept them in it till the very end and eventually gets the win as the netminder. Shaker Heights will steal the victory away. It's 3-2 your final, and Shaker Heights, though they might not win the tournament, they will finish off 1-1-1, losing to Walsh Jesuit, but getting better over the 3 days this tournament has gone on. They lose to Walsh Jesuit by a large margin. They tie Rocky River, and then here they beat the Menor Cardinals, both Menor and Rocky River taking down Walsh Jesuit, so maybe that's something that they can take away, as Shaker Heights can, of course, compete with Walsh Jesuit. It's just unfortunate that the game went south as it did. So Shaker Heights will not win the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe hosted Memorial Tournament. Indeed, it will go to the Pirates of Rocky River, a team that Shaker Heights tied with. So Shaker Heights was never exactly fully out of any of these games. Shaker Heights did very, very well throughout this Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament, and that will be actually a wrap on Shaker's run here in the 2025 calendar year. But Shaker Heights, as we exit out of this last broadcast, Shaker Heights did very well, though they did lose the shots attempted and shots on goal stats, 31-26 in shots on goal, 43-41 in the shots attempted. But Shaker Heights has honestly done increasingly better over the face-off category. They won today 27-19. Arth has been getting better. Lazar has remained consistent in the face-off dot as well. But Shaker Heights here today with a big victory over the Cardinals. We'll see Menor could still jump them in the OHSAA state rankings. We'll see how it goes, just because Menor has remained consistent in their competition against Walsh Jesuit and Rocky River. As we said, Menor just beat Walsh Jesuit yesterday 6-3 when Walsh Jesuit was very much still in this. And actually, it's going to be Walsh Jesuit to be last place in their own tournament. Shaker Heights will finish things off with the victory over their public school rival in the Menor Cardinals. 3-2, your final. The Red Raiders getting the victory. Everybody have a very happy new year. We will see you on January 3rd of 2026. Guess where? It's right back here in the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. Thanks for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call.